Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world.
Hey, what's up community, it's Lewis here, and today I'm going to be talking about Ryback and how it looks like he's turned heel. Like, maybe he hasn't, and personally I'd love him to say he's the tweener. I'd love him to keep on saying feed me more and the fans to chant along with him. But I think Ryback is going heel. Everything points towards it. The fact that he turned on Cena, the fact that he is actually booked to be in dark matches where he tags with Dolph Ziggler against Cena, and I can't remember who Cena would be tagging with. I think it was Orton or Sheamus or someone along those lines. The real, that was it. And yeah, so looking like he's going to be a heel, except he's still got the Feed Me More chance on Raw. So we'll see tonight if he keeps that going, because that could be a telling sign towards whether they want him to be a face or a heel. But basically, if he is to be a heel, I really do not want Ryback to just be buried under a heap of crap because he is a heel. Because basically, what I can see the WWE doing, because it is a WWE, is putting him in a match with Cena at Extreme Rules and having Cena win. And if they have Cena win, I don't think that's a good idea, because then that just kind of puts it in this bad position where, turned on my seat there, where basically Ryback has just turned heel, and what, like 5 weeks later he's been pinned by John Cena. It's just completely taking away from the heel turn, completely taken away from the push. So either they cannot put him in the match, they can have Ryback win, which they definitely won't do because they want Cena to have that title to at least SummerSlam, I'm guessing. Or they can basically take Ryback and they can put someone else in the match and make it a triple threat. My belief of who that would be I would think Mark Henry, but he seemed to start a feud with Sheamus, so it would probably be someone, maybe, you know, you could have Jack Swagger in there. You could have a list of people in there, but yeah, you could have Brock Lesnar in there, but I don't think they want Cena to pin him again. But yeah, and then you have the third guy be pinned, Ryback isn't pinned, and it goes like that, something along those lines. But I really do not want to see Ryback be pinned by John Cena, and I don't want to see Ryback lose in the next couple months. I want to see Ryback go on a dominant streak here, and losing to Cena, I just don't think is the right idea, especially when he just lost to Mark Henry at WrestleMania. It just takes completely the spin off of the heel turn, it just completely takes momentum away, and I think it damages Ryback in the long run, and I don't think that's worth doing just to give John Cena that shine as a face, because he doesn't need a shine. You know, it would be really interesting if they turned around and Ryback came down to the ring and he said, you know what, I didn't turn on the fans, I hit Cena because Cena mocked my Feed Me More chance, and then you're not going to put Ryback on the other route and then Cena turns heel. But we know that this kind of dream thing's not going to happen. We have to know that Ryback is going to be heel, Cena's going to be face, but we just have to try and hope that they don't completely mess this up, because I have no problem with Ryback being heel. What I have a problem with is him being buried. I have a problem with him just being completely trashed on by the WWE because they do not want Cena to be damaged, when really we've seen this. Cena can be put through a year of hell and he cannot be damaged because he is John Cena. It just doesn't happen. You know, it's the same with the Undertaker. The Undertaker can get beat up after beat up after beat up. He comes back and wins one match at WrestleMania. It's all cool. So what they really need to do with Ryback is be very careful with him. This guy is a possible face of the company. This guy really will make them money. This guy's over with the fans. This guy can, you know, work, and he can be very simple, and he can last for years with this gimmick. So Ryback, I think, is in this position where he can maybe demand things. He can say, look, I don't think this should happen. Now, I don't see the triple threat idea happening, but what I do see happening is that match, maybe the match Extreme Rules, maybe Ryback won't face Cena. Maybe it's not a no disqualification match and it ends with something like a double count out, or Ryback gets disqualified, or maybe they have the match on Raw instead of Extreme Rules, and then that means that you're not wasting a pay-per-view match on getting Ryback disqualified or something like that, or a double count out, and then at Extreme Rules you have Cena go against someone, you know, and I don't know who else he would go against, but you can find someone. You have, what, 5 weeks to build someone to face Cena who can, you know, I think Jack Swagger would be perfect to fill that role. Jack Swagger can very easily be the kind of jobber or main eventer. You know, so it's not a jobber, but he is in the main event, and he's jobbing to main eventers, and I think that's the position for Jack Swagger. Ryback can't be in that position. John Cena can't be in that position. The only other way I could see this happening is you put CM Punk in the triple threat, or you put CM Punk against Cena. CM Punk put Cena over. I don't see a major problem with that. Yes, it does put Punk down a little bit, but Punk can revive himself. There's no problem with that. So we'll see what happens, but you know, the last thing I want is for Ryback to be buried. If you want to hear a whole preview on Raw, and tomorrow you'll see a review on Raw. Then you can go to my channel that you'll find in the description called YZ Mickey. I do videos there about WWE all the time. I also do football videos or soccer or basketball, those different kind of things, and you can watch them. They're topic videos and they have game in the background. It's quite a fun channel, and please do go over and check that out and subscribe.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us, like the